Touch of Villain here with a review of The Boys Season 4, Episode 1. This one is mainly focused on Billy Butcher, Ryan, and Homelander. Now, obviously, if you remember this third season, there are a lot of things that happen that make this focus between these three people come to pass. And this is actually highlighted or amplified from the beginning. And we see this from Billy Butcher's perspective and Homelander's perspective and Ryan's perspective. First, from Billy Butcher's perspective, we know because of taking Temporal V, he has a short period of time to live, and he's trying by all means to get close to Ryan and bring him back from Homelander, who is actually a person that is not an actual father figure who can actually make him become a good person. And again, on the part of Homelander is, we all know, he was tested when he was a child, and he has never had that loving family and guidance that we can actually, that actually made him a person. So in this case, he's trying by all means to get close to his son, but unfortunately he discovers actually a person just like everyone, and he's aging, and he keeps on finding gray hair somewhere. I won't say where, but he keeps on finding gray hair, and that shows his mortality. And now he's trying to think of ways of finding a good thing to provide. I would say to provide in a form of inheritance for Ryan, who is going to remain behind when he's gone. So we have these two people who are trying to be father figures, one trying to leave a legacy behind and more like a future for Ryan, who is Homelander, and basically Billy Butcher trying to get Ryan away from Homelander, who is not actually a good person, who can actually transform him into something that can be a very big risk to the country. Now, Ryan is in the middle of all this, and because of that, he has to choose between these two people, who one seems to be in acceptance of him and his abilities with Homelander, and the other who actually pushed him off because of what he did in the previous seasons to his wife, who is Billy Butcher. Now, the episode from the start, the episode focuses on Victoria Newman, who, as we remember in the previous season, has been trying to push through into political upgrades, and this time she has been pushing through, and now she has political campaigns, and she has gained fame, and people want her to be there, and she's trying to reach the highest seat of the United States government, which is presidency. And now the boys group is obviously trying to stop her, because you can't have a soup in government, because things can actually turn out bad, and we all know that Victoria Newman is a head popper, and who will know what will happen when she's in charge. So the Mother's Milk is trying to push through, finding ways of bringing her down. And obviously in this particular case, Billy Butcher is not heading anything because of his insubordination, what he did last time. So he's basically not in charge of the boys anymore. So Mother's Milk pushing through, making sure that Frenchie, Chemical, and this time Yui and Starlight are actually helping and progressing through to bringing Victoria Newman down. But unfortunately, no, this is the first episode, and things can't go as smooth as you expect. And obviously, they don't go smooth. And we find out that things go the wrong way, because Homelander is at the campaign and Ryan is with him. And unfortunately, Billy Butcher sees that, and he has to try by all means to get a chance to try to talk to Ryan. And as Frenchie and Chemical are trying to obviously plant something that will affect Victoria Newman or subdue her, they're discovered by Victoria Newman's daughter. And if you remember last season, she was injected with the fee, and she developed powers. We didn't know about them, and actually in this particular season, the first episode, you see those powers into effect, and there's a very big confrontation with Kimiko, which was actually very, very scary in her transformation. I won't lie, and what she did to Kimiko, I won't say what actually happened, but it was shocking, to say the least. But as usual, Kimiko is a cool person, and her abilities are very good. She's like Wolverine, or more like Deadpool type of person in terms of her powers. And you even see it this time because you see how fast her regeneration is, and it's so exciting to see how indestructible this particular person is. Just to go further from that particular event, if after things go a war and they don't go in the right way, we also discover that because of this existential crisis that Homelander is going through, he begins to notice certain things in his team members, the Seven. And there's an event that happens where Homelander is having a meeting with the members of the Seven, and unfortunately he looks at them and discovers that actually these people don't actually give him their own personal opinions. And obviously we know it's because of fear. They fear him very much. Hence, they don't give him the right opinions that are related to what they think about him, because of the fear of what he might do to them. And because of that, he actually does something that's very funny, and this made me laugh so bad. In trying to just see how far the Deep can go, he actually instructs him to do something, and I'll let you discover that for yourself, but it's related to the Deep and A-Train. And I was so disappointed. Okay, I knew that the Deep can stoop so low just to please Homelander, but wow, it was so low that he actually did that particular thing. It's actually stopped at the last minute by Homelander. And when Homelander discovers that, he like blasts them off and says there's no one who actually can stand and give their own opinion towards me. And he goes in search for someone who can actually give him the right opinion, what he or she thinks. And in this particular situation, he focuses his eye on Sister Sage, of which she doesn't like her name, Sister Sage. She actually says she's just Sage. And because of that, when he goes to see her, who obviously this is a soup, and she's referred to as the smartest person alive, because in her own reference she says she's 1,000 times smarter than him. And obviously, you know what I mean, 5,000 times is very high for a particular person, and Homelander gets the opinions he needs, and he actually gets much more, which was actually funny, because he gets to discover that Sister Sage actually can see that he's in an existential crisis. He's actually scared of his aging. He's thinking about things in the future, and he also has some more in him that I'll let you discover. Homeland is actually shocked when he hears that, but it's a good fun bit, and actually because of that, he's happy with what she has told him, and he tells her to actually join so that she can give him the opinions he needs, give him the right advice that he might require. It actually helps him out in the last part, which we get to notice a piece of how intelligent she is, how conniving she is, how she can actually make things happen in favor of Homelander from behind the scenes, make things happen that won't actually point at Homeland. And I'll be very happy to see how she will put in more of her genius into trying to change Homelander and change things in the way that'll happen. I think it's going to be action packed, because she's going to push in a lot of stuff that's going to make Homelander do certain things that are beyond his we all know that he's not that clever, but he claims he is. He actually said that. But we'll actually want to see how she will guide him into doing certain things that will actually try to make things difficult for the boys. So that was the first episode. It was nice, action packed, not disappointing. I enjoyed it, and I think you will too. If you actually enjoy the boys, you will find everything that you need in the boys. All the gritty type of comedy, the brutalness, the violence, everything is there. But well, that was the episode. So I just thought of giving you this review. I know this is my first review, so I would like you to stay tuned. I'll be making more reviews concerning all the episodes that will be coming out, and I hope you like them. And if you actually like them, you can actually uh, uh, tell me in the comments what you liked and where you think I might need to improve, because I know that the best content actually comes from the audience who actually tell you what they need and not from you yourself. So I would be happy to do more, and let's talk in the comments below. What did you like about the first episode, if you have watched it, or what you expect is going to happen towards the end? So let's talk in the comments, and yeah, have a great weekend and be awesome, be good, and see you in the next one.